Do you know what? I'd done this video a moment ago, and I'd battled against our neighbour who's got work going on and all the noise there, but I didn't, go out and beat him up. But you know how things go? And finally, everything's going wrong, and finally got to the end. I thought, whoop, whoop, we've got there. And guess what? The answer wasn't right. And I hadn't even noticed that I got it wrong. And do you know why? Because I hadn't written out the question right. Always check that. Always, always, always. If you're writing it out, just have a quick glance up, check that you've got it. Because don't be like me. Be better than me. Be better. Right, let's have a look. Can you cope with that flashing line? It's been one of those days. Good, thank you. 2 plus 4. Let's do the integers, the whole numbers first. So 2 plus 4 is 6. And then that plus this 5/8 plus the 2/6. Now I'm going to reduce that down because 2/6 is the same as 1/3, isn't it? I divide that by 2. I divide that by 2 to make a third. I'll do you a quick diagram if you like. Here's our 6ths. And then if we, 2 of them make a third. So that's 1/3. 1/3, 1/3. Right, so plus, let's go back to my red. See what I mean? Some days it's just destined to not work. Persevere, come on, you all have these days, I have these days, plus 1/3. Right, let's just check we've got that because we know it could go wrong and frequently does. Right, so hang on to our 6, we don't want to lose that. Plus 5/8 plus 1/3. What does 8 and 3 both go into? Go on, shout it out, you might as well. I knew you, that person over there, didn't shout out, did you? Right, we're going to write the 24 down. The denominator, this is the bottom number because demons come from down below. So if we multiply the bottom by 3, we multiply the top by 3. And always have a common sense check. That's a bit over a half, isn't it? Roughly, that's a bit over and a half. Multiply the bottom by 8, multiply the top by 8. 1 times 8 is, well done, it is 8. So don't forget that 6. Plus, right, 5 plus 8 is 23. 23 24ths. Now, if you're not happy with the sort of what is 15 24ths plus 8 24ths, it just feels, if it feels a bit, just think 15 oranges plus 8 oranges. You can do that, can't you? And there's our oranges. So we could just get, should we just, no, we'll do it properly. I was going to say we could just rub that out, but they're a bit too far apart. So it's 6 and 23 24th. And we're going to write a nice answer next to it because that feels satisfying. Let's get on to these. 4 1/4 plus 7 5/6. Let's just add up our whole numbers first, shall we? 7 and 4 is 11. Plus 1/4 plus our 5/6. Should we do it quickly in our head? 11 plus a little bit plus a big bit. The answer is going to be about 12, isn't it? It's not going to be a million miles from that. Now let's put them over a common denominator. Common, something they've got in common. Something they've got in common. That doesn't help explaining it at all. Something that they share. And they both share 20. Oh, we could do it over 12. Should we do it over 12? I've done black, but I don't fancy black. Let's try gold instead. So 11 plus over 12 plus over 12. Multiply the bottom by 3, multiply the top by 3. And that's, we know that 1/4 of a clock, there we are, goes up to 3 o'clock. So 3/12 is 1/4. Just keep an eye on these common sense things. It stops silly mistakes coming. Multiply the bottom by 2, multiply the top by 2. There we have it. So that's 2 times 5 is indeed 10. Add them up, 13. So it's 11 plus 13/12. Now we know that 12/12 will make up a whole pizza, don't we? So that then becomes 11 plus the whole pizza plus there'll be one bit left over. Oh, so that gives us 12 and 1/12, and which is as near as damn it 12, which was our guesstimate. Right, thank you very much. We'll see you soon.